And now we're going to move on to making the little red and green LEDs that are underneath the ears. So you'll need your red green LEDs, and you need 4 330 ohm resistors. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take an LED. I'm going to start with the green one. It doesn't really matter because the process is the same for each color of LED. So what we're going to do is we're going to tin the long lead of the LED because we're going to solder a resistor on there. So we're going to just tin that. And then we're going to take a resistor and trim off some length. And we're going to solder that resistor onto the LED. Be careful doing this because this is metal, this is hot. Metal conducts heat. You can burn yourself. Please be careful. So do that to the rest of the LEDs, and you want to put a resistor onto the long leg of the LED. So that was that one. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same to the rest of them. So we have our 4 LEDs with 4 resistors, and we're going to go ahead and trim down the length of this resistor a little bit so it's not so long. And then we're going to take our lovely ribbon cable and we're going to rip off 4 pieces of 2 conductors about 1.5 feet in length. So we have our 4 pieces of wire about 1.5 feet in length. We're going to split, strip, and tin all of these wires so that we can solder them to all the LEDs. You want to split all the wires like this. And then you want to strip the insulation off, and you want to tin it. And I'll do this in the next step. Alright, so we have all the wires ready. I'm going to start soldering them to the LEDs. Basically what we want to do is take one part of the wire, solder it to the resistor, one other part of the wire, solder it to the LED. And then do that for all the LEDs. So now that all these LEDs have been soldered, what we need to do is connect all the resistor sides of the wire together. So going down the length of the wire, find which lead corresponds to the positive. In my case it's this one on this LED, and then find the positive lead, the one with the resistor, on all the other LEDs. So follow this line, follow the wire, and find this is the positive of that LED, and we're going to twist them together. And then the same thing for the other ones. Just bunch them into the same group here by following the wire. So what we're going to do is we're just going to solder all these bunched up wires together into one blob. And then the same thing on these. We're going to bunch all these together, and this is going to be the negative. The part of the LED that does not have the resistor on it. And what you want to do is just solder it to the back here. So we have the VCC, which is the plus. So you want to solder the side of the cable that had the resistor onto the VCC, and the side of the negative resistor onto the GND. So that's what I'll do right now. And here we have all the LEDs working.